I'd like to greet you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. Yet again, welcome back to another Living Power broadcast. If you are shocked by the handsome man you're seeing in front of you, it's not that Living Power changed to better looking cameras. It's just I'm Mashudu Ravhengani, and the founder and the director of Living Power. Today will speak to you. I'm merely here to introduce the special topic that we have today, which is entitled, In Spite of Challenges, Keep Moving Forward. I know one of my dad's favorite phrases, and that he claims he made up himself, is keep moving forward. It's always on his WhatsApp status and everything, but it's pregnant with meaning, as in to keep moving forward, keep striving, and not to remain stagnant. Like they say, stagnant water is poison, so you always got to be flowing and keep going. So keep moving forward. Today's a motivational talk, and I hope you will be inspired to keep going and keep moving forward, in spite of any of the trials and tribulations that you'll be going through, and that with God anything is possible. I'll now hand over to the director and director and founder of Living Power, Mr. Mashudu Ravhengani. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tendo, for the introduction and welcoming me to this particular slot. It is it's a new slot. We have not done a motivational presentation before. We will see. Maybe we will keep it regular. Maybe once a month we will come back to talk about issues about encouragement and motivation. As it has already been said by him, is in spite of challenges, keep moving forward. In spite of challenges, keep moving forward. Now, life is a journey. It is a journey, some say from the cradle to the grave. Some say it is a journey from here on earth to heaven. For some, it is a very short journey, whereas for others, it's a very long journey. In any case, as we are in this journey, it is important for us to keep moving forward. This journey is not easy. We start this journey with a cry, and as we take our first breath, and we end this journey with a cry as the pains and suffering attends to our body. Yet, in between the cradle and the grave, there are many joys that are mingled with sorrow. Yet, we keep moving forward. This journey has many craggy hills, alpine mountains, and steep slopes. The journey has ghastly rapid streams, extremely broad and deep rivers, and wide and deep oceans. The journey also takes us through barren land, fertile land, and strange land. Yet we keep moving forward. Challenges along the journey. There are many thorns along the journey of life. There are enemies, haters, betrayers, backbiters along this journey. There are chances, challenges, and unexpected changes in the journey. Yet, we keep moving forward. If the cripple can run, you see, in this journey of life, life is not predictable. Sometimes along the journey of life, some will lose their limbs. It can be a leg or both legs. But in spite of that, they keep moving forward. Others do so in wheelchairs. Others use crouches. Others use prosthetic legs. But it doesn't matter what they use, they keep moving forward. Now, these people who are supposed to be disabled are able to move forward. Sometimes not just to move forward, but they can do so faster than an average man. Now, I say to you, if they can do so, in spite of the challenges and the misfortune that you have, keep moving forward. In spite of the accidents and incidents that can happen into your life and impact your life differently, I say, in spite of it all, keep moving forward. You've been betrayed, humiliated, humbled, but keep moving forward. You fell from grace, fell from power, fell from Christian standards. I say, don't give up. Keep moving forward. You've had major setbacks. Life has shown you flames, as the young people will say. Even your friends and family don't want to associate with you anymore. I say, get back to your rhythm and keep moving forward. Oh, you have embarrassed yourself, made a fool of yourself, of your family and your profession. You can't even face yourself. Forget about facing people. You have failed and faltered and you feel like a failure. I say to you, come out of that dark corner, get back on the road and keep moving forward. They have gossiped about you. They have scandalized your name and dragged your good name through the mud. They have destroyed your reputation. When you look at people, it seems like everybody knows your story. It is as if when they laugh, they are laughing at you, not with you. But I say to you, forget about them. Get your groove back and keep moving forward. When it seems like there is no way ahead, it seems like there is a Red Sea ahead of you, and it seems like there are mountains on both sides, mountains of bills, mountains of death, and trouble is following you from behind. I say to you, he who created heavens and earth, he who created us, gave the instruction to the children of Israel, and he said to them, go forward. So in spite of the challenges, in spite of the fact that there is no way, he who makes a way out of no way, he who can make a cul-de-sac to be a beginning of the road, he says, go forward. Now we need to understand that in this road, this way, this path of life, it's a one way. There is no return, no turning back. This path has no return. You can't take steps back. You can't go back. You can't reverse. If this was a vehicle of some sort, we need to understand that it doesn't have a reverse gear. You can't go back to the past. You can't go back to yesterday. You can't make a U-turn, a right about 10, not even a left about 10. You can't go back. You can only go forward. And I say to you, just keep on moving. The past, my dear friends, the past must remain behind. Oh, yesterday might have been good. We might have had a good time. You might have enjoyed all of it. Yesterday, you might have been hurt. You might have had a headache or heartbroken. Or yesterday you might have been used, abused, and misused. But it's behind you. You can't go back to it. You've got to go forward. Keep moving forward. Oh, there might have been mistakes that you made yesterday. Oh, there might have people who did bad things to you yesterday. There might have been danger, disaster that you have experienced yesterday, but it's behind you. You can't go back. Keep moving forward. Now, the GPS understands this well. The GPS that we have in our phones and in our cars understands this well. When you are driving and you miss the turn that the GPS has instructed you to take, the GPS understands that the journey of life, you've got to go forward, and the GPS recalculates another route that gets you to the same destination. And I would like to suggest that all of life is like that. When you've missed a turn, don't stress. Recalculate a new path. The GPS teaches us a lesson, and it says, go forward. Recalculate the new route. This is what life is all about. When something goes wrong on the journey of life, when an accident happens, when disaster comes into your life, when a tsunami and the storms come and disorganize your well-organized life, when your well-planned life is disturbed, recalculate a new path to the same destination. I say keep moving forward. What am I saying? I'm saying to you as a young girl, young woman, with great plans for the future, but you end up with something that was not planned. You end up with unplanned pregnancy, unplanned child. You never planned to be a mother at this stage, and suddenly you are a mother. I say to you, don't stay there, discouraged, depressed, and devastated. Recalculate a new path to the original destination. Your original destination was to have a happy and a successful life. And I say to you, recalculate a new path. There are joys that lies ahead of you. There is happiness that you just need to make a detour and get yourself back to the path that you'll keep moving forward.
Yeah.
If your marriage has failed, you might have loved your spouse with all your heart. You might have committed yourself to the institution of marriage as God has said it. You might have believed that God hates divorce. You might have believed and committed yourself, did the best you can to make the marriage work. You've prayed, you've loved, and you've supported your spouse. But your marriage ended up collapsing. Your love rejected. Your dreams crushed. And it feels like it is the end of the world. I say to you, you are not the first one to be rejected. You are not the first one whose love has been rejected. The Bible tells us of a fellow called Lucifer, who had the most loving God as being closest to him, and yet he rejected that God. You are not the first one to be rejected. I said, get your life together, pick yourself up, dust yourself from the mess that you find yourself in. Stand up and walk tall and keep moving forward. Let the GPS recalculate your path to happiness and joy that you had originally planned. Let GPS calculate for you. If you have lost your job, you have worked hard at your job, overcommitted yourself. In your books, you were the employee of the year, but one day you receive that letter that tells you that your employment has come to an end. You are devastated because you know you're a breadwinner. How will your family survive without you winning the bread through this job? I say, don't stress. Keep moving forward. Sometimes blessings come wrapped up in misfortunes. As the doors close where you are, it pushes you to other doors ahead that are open for you. There are many who have become successful business people that will never have been what they are. They will never have been impacting their community and the world today if they were not fired from their jobs. Sometimes the job is a blessing. I heard a story of a man who who went home to his wife, and he told his wife that he was depressed, telling his wife that he has lost his job. And as he was telling this to his wife, the wife was not distressed. The wife smiled, and when the wife smiled, and the man could not understand, why are you smiling when I'm telling you the most terrible news? And then the wife said, now is a chance for you to write that book that you have always said you wanted.
Yeah.
Now is a chance for you to take a year off to write that book. And then the man says, no, but how are we going to survive? How are we going to have food? And he says, no, over the years, you gave me money to take care of the family. I put aside some of it. I put aside, and I've saved enough for a year for you not to be working. And we know the story. The man went on to write one of the bestsellers that turned the world, that became bestseller around the world because of the blessing that he had in being dismissed from work. And of course, having a supportive spouse. If your business has collapsed, after working hard in your business and building your own little empire, one day things start falling apart. And eventually the business collapsed. You lose your cars, your property, your wife and children. You are about to lose your mind. Everywhere you go, you've become a laughing stock as people look at the shadow of what you used to be and what you used to have, because people value people not because of who they are, but what they have. I say to you, when you find yourself in that situation, I say, get up out of the circumstances. Stand up and keep going forward. Many of the most successful business people that we know have had their business collapse a number of times before they find their great success. So I say to you, don't get depressed and die because of failure. As long as there is life, there is hope. A living dog is better than a dead lion.
Yeah.
As long as there is that life, keep going. I say get up, get back on the road, and keep moving forward. If someone has dumped you, you loved this person with all your heart. You gave your all to this person. But eventually you get dumped. You get dumped for someone who is not even half the man or half the woman that you are. And you feel down and out. And it feels like life is not worth living. I was talking to a young man last week who finds himself in the same situation. And he listened to my word of encouragement on radio, and he called me and he says, my life, my world has come to an end. And I say to you, even if you are thinking of killing yourself, I say, don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't kill yourself for someone who doesn't love you. In fact, don't kill yourself even for someone who loves you. I just want to tell you, keep moving forward. There is some hot, beautiful, sexy, God-fearing woman waiting for you. Why must you go forward? Because ahead there is some tall, dark, handsome, sexy, God-fearing man waiting for you. And I say, keep moving forward. Whatever you think is behind you, the best is yet to come. The best is ahead. And that's why you can't waste time where you are. You better get up, stand up, keep moving. In fact, keep running ahead. For life is a race. Life is a race. Life is not a spectator sport. You see, spectators know more about the game than those who are participants. But life is not spectator sports. There are those who are armchair critics who are always criticizing and talking bad about those who are doing the best they can to live their lives. And I say to you, life is a race. It's an active sport. It requires you. And I say each one must run their own race. There is a race I must run. There is a race you must run. Don't worry about my race. Run your race as I run mine. Sometimes in this journey, as you run your race, you look ahead, you can't see anybody. You look on both sides, there is no one besides you. You look behind you and it seems like there is no one following from behind. And I say to you, don't stress, don't worry when you seem to be all alone, because that's how this race is. The race that has been mapped out for you, it is for you as an individual. And that's why, in spite of the fact that there are no crowds, there's no noise around you, there are no people walking with you, just keep moving forward. It's not a sprint. It's not for the ones who are fast. It is a marathon, this journey, and you need to run until you finish the race. A story is told about Joseph Stephen Akwari, who was a marathon runner from Tanzania. He went in 1968 to represent his country at the Mexico City Olympics. And when he arrived there, when they began the marathon, right early in the marathon, in the beginning, he sprained his ankle. And therefore, he started limping. Instead of stopping, he continued to limp and limp, going forward. He continued limping, going forward. By the time he got to the stadium where the marathon was ending, the marathon has long been won. It was won by another Ethiopian man, and the awards had already been made. As he got in at 7 o'clock, there was a standing ovation in the stadium as people clapped hands as he limped and continued to limp, going forward until he reaches the finish line. The reporters asked him, why? Why, Joseph, after you have sprained your ankle? Why did you continue running? Why did you continue running when you know you can't win this race? And then he said, my country did not send me 7,000 miles from home to start the race.
Yeah.
They sent me to finish the race.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you, it doesn't matter what life has done to you. You might have broken your leg and then somebody might have broken your leg, but just keep on limping forward. Keep on limping until you reach the finish line. Whatever you do, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Keep moving forward. When the going is hard and you've got no strength to go on, I say don't give up. Just keep moving forward. When you have failed and things are falling apart, when you can't help but to feel like a failure, I say to you, don't give up. Just keep moving forward. When you have tried the best, yet you are tried by many troubles, and your path seems to be a trail of trials that never ends, and you can only track and trace pain and suffering through the path that you have traveled, I say to you, don't give up, but keep moving forward. When the will to go all the way is now weak and you're wavering and it seems there is no way for success. You've waited for too long for help, but help doesn't seem to be coming through. I say to you, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. And in conclusion, I guess it was put best by Martin Luther King Jr. when he says, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, you must keep moving forward. And I say to you, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward.
That was Mashudu Ravhengani, proudly brought to you by Living Power Ministries. You can find us at livingpower.org.za or on WhatsApp at +27 78 215 5737. Living Power, empowering mankind to unleash its full potential.